Hello, Sebastian here again. So today we're going to be breaking down Liren's best game. So without further ado, let's quit this dilly-dallying and let's get into the video. Wang Ha, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, begins the game with e4 and Ding responds with the French defense, e6. I have a video on the French, but yeah, without further ado, let's quit this shameless plug. Wang plays d4 and Ding plays d5. Here Wang plays the move knight to c3, Ding plays knight to f6. This is a main line, the main line of the classical variation. Here e5 is Steinitz variation, knight f to d7, and f4. Just getting this lock on the center. This is what people play. Here, the move c5 was played by Ding. Here, knight to f3 played by Wang. Knight to c6 by Ding, and bishop to e3. And now we get queen to b6, targeting this knight to a4, queen to a5 check, and c3. Now this does not hang the knight because this opened up the diagonal of the queen and the queen's now defending it. Here you get c takes d4, utilizing this pin of the pawn. So here you get b4, attacking the queen. Here you get knight takes b4, c takes b4, bishop takes b4, and bishop to d2 blocking the check. Here, though, we get bishop takes d2 and knight takes d2. In this position, Ding Liren short castles. After short castles, the move g3 was played. Now here, Ben Feingold is about to fall out of his chair because Ding plays this move f6. Now here we get bishop to h3, utilizing this weakness. And this knight really doesn't have a good square that it can move to defend this. So instead we get f takes e5 and short castles. Pushes, bishop takes e6, king to h8, and rook to c1. The idea of this move is the fact that you can take this bishop, and after the trade, this bishop used to defend this knight. But after we get the rook taking the bishop, and rook takes, this bishop can take the knight, and then the rook has to move somewhere there. So here Ding plays d3, just taking some space with his pawns and getting this nice pawn structure. Now here we get rook takes c8, rook a takes c8, and bishop takes d7. After bishop takes d7, we get rook to c7. Here we get knight to b3, attacking the queen. It's not trapped. We do have queen to b4. After queen to b4, we get knight a to c5, defending this. But we use the property of two knights are worth more than a rook. So he trades his rook. If we go back, he trades his rook for the two knights and the check. King to g2, and we get this move not queen to d4, sorry, d4. After d4, we get bishop to a4, just trying to get out, queen to c3 once again. He's just kind of controlling the squares that this queen can go to. This queen is extremely useless right now. About as useless as my chess channel. So yeah, here we get queen to g4, saying, well, I'm going to move my queen to one of the only squares I can move it to. Hope that this does good. Here we get e3, taking spaces from the king now. Here we get queen to e6. Saying, well, now I'm kind of controlling this pawn, I'm monitoring it. Here we get queen to d2 check. Now you cannot block because this is defended by the pawn. So we get king to h3 and e2, attacking this rook. The rook moves to the only good square, which is rook to b1. Here we get queen to e3 with the nice idea of getting this tactical trade. And just saying, well, now my pawns are supporting each other after this trade, which does occur. I'm just supporting my pawns are supporting each other. We get bishop to b5 and rook to d8, defending this pawn. Now here we get king to back to g2. We get a6, and the only good move, bishop takes d3. It's the only good move. After rook takes d3, Liren is officially up 2 points of material. Now, why is this the only good move? Because if you move somewhere like here, unfortunately, you've just made a mistake because of b5. And now, if we get rook to b3, so bishop to b3, d2 and e1 is unstoppable. Literally unstoppable. So that's the reason why he plays bishop takes d3. After rook takes d3, we get king to f3, defending, well, not defending these pawns, wrong color. We get this fork of the pawns. Here we get rook to d2, deciding to save the pawn that is more advanced and giving an attack on the a2 pawn. Here we get rook takes b7, a little in-between move because it's threatening mate. So we get h6 because Liren is better than you guys and he does not hang back rank mates. We get rook to b1, once again not allowing this promotion. We get rook takes a2, king takes e3, and a5. This pawn's marching. King to d3, and rook to b2. This is an absolutely beautiful, amazing move. Why? Because if you take, I promote. And I'm winning. This pawn's going to promote. I'm going to put you in check. Put you in check maybe this way, and I'm going to win the game. That is why rook takes b2 was not played. After rook takes b2, the move rook to c1 was played, which is the only good move. Now here we get a4. After a4, we get rook to c8 check and king to h7 only move. Now here we just get rook to e8, once again monitoring this pawn. Here we get a3. After a3, we get king to c3. Now after king to c3, we get queen to e1 check. After rook takes e1, rook takes h2. He wanted to win this h-pawn because he knows his a-pawn is very strong. So now we get rook to e5. We get rook to g2, attacking this. You cannot defend it. We get king to d4. Rook takes g3. And we get rook to a5, saying, well, now you can't move this pawn. Here we get king to g6. After king to g6, he says, king to e5. I'm going to control some squares from the king. So these are the Alright, so in green, these are the squares where this king can move for black. Now in blue, these are the squares that the white king is controlling, and in Yellow are the squares that this pawn is controlling from the king. So, out of these squares, where do you think black is going to move? I'll give you all some time. Okay, that's enough time. That's a stretch. The move, if you guys got it, was king to h5. Now, here we get f5, advancing the pawn, king to h4, king to e4, rook to g4 check, king to e5, rook to g3, once again defending the a-pawn, king to e4, king to h3. Now after king to h3, we get king to f4, king to g2, rook to c5, rook to f3 check, king to e4, nope, that's e5, e4, and a2. And in this position, Wang Hao, I think that's how you pronounce it, Wang Hao resigned. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you guys enjoyed it, please consider doing the subscribing and liking that it says above my head right now, and go watch some of my opening videos, and go do something productive with the rest of your day.